What is going on, everyone? Matt here for the Matt Film Show. Welcome guys back to a brand new video. If you guys are new here, make sure you hit thumbs up, subscribe if you guys like. Let's get right into today's video. And today I'm gonna be giving you guys my review on the Marvels, the sequel to 2019's Captain Marvel. Personally, me, I wasn't a big Captain Marvel fan. The first film didn't do it for me. Not the biggest Captain Marvel fan of the character. There just wasn't. They did not do, I guess, a great job of getting me interested in the character of Captain Marvel. So with the Marvels, by far, with that being the sequel, I was kind of not that excited for this film because of the first one, but I really was excited for it because of Kamala Khan. I really enjoyed the Ms.Marvel show. I know that one has a lot of hate. A lot of people didn't slept on that show. A lot of people did not watch it. I really enjoyed that show. So once I saw that she was back and in this one, I was very excited. Then we also very excited for it. So here it is. The movie stars Brie Larson as Captain Marvel, Carol Danvers, Captain Marvel, um, Iman Vellani as Kamala Khan, Miss Marvel, Teyonah Parris as Captain Monica Rambeau, um, Ashton plays the villain Darben, right? Um, and Samuel L. Jackson as Nick Fury has come back from where? And the last time we saw Nick Fury was in Secret Invasion, which wasn't great, right? We have to admit that show wasn't great. I was a big fan of the Secret Invasion show. But, you know, I mean, he's been playing this character for the past 15 years. And I believe he's the same one who's been staying for this long in the MCU. So it's very, very cool that he's been here this entire time. He's been off for a couple of films, right? It's been a while since the last time we saw him. Now he's kind of been turning up again, right? Um, the premise of the movie is Carol Danvers gets her powers entangled with a Kamala Khan and Monica Rambeau. So every single time Kamala Khan uses her powers, she switches to Captain Marvel, and vice versa. Like they switch powers, they're like all entangled, right? But it forces them to work together, right? They work together because of the entanglement. They're over there fighting the enemies together, which I think is kind of cool in a sense to see that, because you get to see like Captain Marvel, then you get to see Monica Rambeau, then you see Ms.Marvel fighting, and I think that I think personally I think that way around that they did that, I think it really worked for me. Um, let's see here. Also, um, the movie kind of felt a little bit childish because of Kamala Khan. So when she's there, the movie could get like a little bit childish because, you know, she's a teenager, she's a kid, right? So there's some parts that go to that, but it's not all the time. So I think that's very, very good for me. I really love the team up between those three. I think it worked very, very well. Um, I wasn't a big fan of this movie being a team up. You know what I mean? Because I was like, you know, well, why does everything have to be a team up? They introduce one of these characters in the MCU, then the next movie or show has to be a team up, right? I'm not that big fan of the team ups. I love the Avengers films, and that's great. But I think if they move around the team ups and focus on solo move projects, I think that would be better. You know what I mean? Um, if they made a sequel of Captain Marvel that was just Captain Marvel, I think would have been great. But I enjoyed this one better with the team up. I think they all three even worked dynamic, worked very, very well. And that was the thing that was kind of like iffy for me. It's like, are they gonna work well? Is Captain Marvel gonna work well with Miss Marvel? Is Miss Marvel gonna work well with Monica? Is Monica gonna work well with Captain Marvel? Like all three dynamic, all three characters right? Because three superheroes, right? Are they going to work together? And to personally me, it did work, right? Which was great. Um, I really love seeing the Miss Marvel family in this one as well. We see her mom, we see her dad in this one, and it is very very cool. You know, I think they were one of the best parts of the show. The thing I loved about the Miss Marvel show was the family dynamic, the family interactions, the just every single time the family came on, it worked very well. And so to see them again on this film, it was perfectly, it worked fine for me, right? And Darben, the villain, was decent. Not the greatest villain. I think this one's going to be like one of the most forgettable villain. I wasn't a big fan of her, to be honest. Um, she didn't seem that cool, and she just there wasn't nothing that made her like what's the word? Very like villainous and all that. You know what I mean? I think that has to do with the writing or something like that. So I think they should have done a way better job with the villain in this film. Unfortunately, that's one of the biggest letdowns for me in this film was the villain. Um, and but overall, this movie was it was good. It was alright. It was good. You know what I mean? It was decent. I enjoyed it more than the first Captain Marvel for sure. Like I said, the villain problem there. That's one of the problems I have with the movie was the villain in this one. Um, the ending is great. Um, And it teases a little bit stuff in the future of the MCU for sure, with the post credit scenes and everything. Um, would I want to see these team up again? I would be down for to see them team up again. Maybe in Avengers King Dynasty or Secret Wars, maybe all three of them are together with the event. Excuse me, with the Avengers and all that. I think it would be perfectly fine to see them all three work together again in King Dynasty, Secret Wars, or whatever. We see them all three of them again. I'm sure we're gonna see them again at some point because I think they worked so well. Um, so it'll be interesting to see them all three again interacting with the Avengers or something like that. So I think that would be very very cool. I think I'm very excited to see where Miss Marvel takes place next. Where are we gonna see her next? There's been rumors of a Young Avengers movie or show that have been in works. I think a Young Avengers should be a movie, not a show. But if there is a Young Avengers movie coming out, if they have plans to make that one, I'll be totally down because I think they've been setting them up recently. You know, you had Miss Marvel, Kate Bishop, Wiccan, and Wiccan, the kid from WandaVision, right? Wanda's kid, and Speed. I think that was the other guys. The other one's name. He also runs fast. So they've been teasing up the Young Avengers. So if they ever decide to make a Young Avengers movie, I would be down to see Kamala Khan interact with Kate Bishop's Hawkeye and Wiccan and Speed, and just see them interact. And I think in the future we will probably see that movie, and I'd be totally down for it. Um, so yeah, I really had I guess kind of a fun time with this one. Better than the first one for sure. Enjoyed it way better. Um, like I said, there are some parts of it that just Miss Marvel, like she's childish, so that part was kind of like every single time she's on, it's like kind of like, oh yeah, it's a little bit childish. And you'll get that from that movie, feeling childish. But that's only the parts when Kamala Khan is there. But otherwise than that, the movie's great. And I had a fun time. Um, they just had a couple of delays, so I of movies because of strikes. The SAG strikes is now over. Congratulations, that now it's over finally. They could get back and rolling on Deadpool and all that, so which is very very cool to see. I'm not really sure what the next Marvel movie is because they've been delaying it so much, so I'm not sure what movie is next. The next show, I believe, is the next thing in the MCU after this one. I believe it's Echo in January. So Echo will be the next thing, but after Echo, I'm not 100% sure what comes next or what movie. You know what I mean? So we have to wait and see because of the release date changes. Now the SAG is out here now. Now they could go back and filming. Some movies might get delayed because they need more time to film. You know what I mean? So we have to wait and see what's next in the MCU. But next thing in the MCU will be um, Echo in January. So in 2 months, there will be another MCU project, which is not that bad. But otherwise than that, I really enjoyed this movie. Had more very good fun. Love the dynamic between those three. Love seeing Ms.Marvel again. Captain Marvel was really cool to see her again. And this one, I think they did a way better job with her than the previous first one and Endgame. And seeing Nick Fury again, like I said. But yeah, let me know in the comments below. What do you guys think about the Marvels review? I know a lot of people don't are not enjoying this movie. I enjoyed it. I had fun with it a couple times. But yeah, that's just my review for the Marvels. If you guys need to, make sure to thumbs up, subscribe because help me get to 200 subscribers. We're close to getting there. And I'll see you guys on the next video. Peace out.